When I first read this news from the mainstream media, I looked at a few different websites for this news about BYD's new Atto 3 having the price reduced to the point where it's just an absolute crazy bargain. Seriously, it is. Yeah, I think it's a better deal than the Seal now, even with the Seal price reductions. But anyway, when I saw this, the news media made it look like BYD were just simply reducing the price of the old model and bringing a new model out, which would be more expensive, but that's not the case. The new model, which has been significantly upgraded versus the old model, will now cost a pretty incredible 45,000 Australian dollars. This is crazy because this thing is literally better than many internal combustion engine vehicles in that price segment, and there aren't very many of them. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. It's great to see you. BYD, wow, they have really laid down the gauntlet here in reducing the price of the new Atto 3. Here's what the press release says. This vehicle is available for immediate delivery across Australia in selected configurations and available to order online at bydautomotive.com.au. What are the biggest changes here, guys? Well, for one, the screen is no longer 12.8 inches. It's now actually bigger than a Tesla screen. 15.6 inch media screen. Big. Apparently the UI has been improved. That's a big, that has been a criticism of BYD's vehicles. The UI, the operating system is, not the best. That's been improved apparently. Wireless Apple CarPlay it now has. It has a karaoke function. So if you want to sing along in your car with your kids or with your friends, you can. It has camping mode to allow for air conditioning when the car is turned off. And it actually has a few other changes as well. Now, one of the changes is there's a new color called Cosmos Black. That would be good. There's also some new changes to the interior. Another change that we've seen is that there are some Continental tires that will be used now. They're called, I believe, Eco Contact tires. They're wider. Here it says in the release, introduction of wider Continental tires ensures drivers can make the most of the Atto 3 stylish and sporty nature. Now, the biggest criticism of the Atto 3 was the crap tires that it had. If you said this on a BYD Facebook group, some people would say, yeah, you're absolutely right. And some people would just tear you to shreds. They would hate you. But the truth is, all automotive journalists said exactly the same thing. The tires on it were crap. And a lot of people were like, yeah, all right, just buy it and just replace the tires. Personally, I owned an Atto 3 for a little bit before we sold that to go to Thailand. We sold everything we had there in Australia, moved to Thailand for Shanna's cancer treatments. But that's the only reason we sold it, by the way. But I didn't replace the tires. Would I have done so? To be honest, the tires never really bothered me. So for me, it wasn't an issue. Are they not great though in terms of squealing the tires off the line pretty easily? Not a lot of traction. Yeah, they weren't great, to be honest. To be fair. So what is the price of the new Atto 3? The long range version, the price has been reduced by $3,562. In fact, for both versions, both the standard range and the long range versions. So now the price is $44,500. $44,500 for the standard range, and it's $3,000 more expensive for the long range. $47,500 for the long range. $47,500 for a long range Atto 3, which has been improved significantly. One other improvement, badging. It no longer has the words written, build your dreams written on the back. Now, I didn't remove that badging from my car, but I would have. Honestly, at some point in time, I wasn't a fan of that writing. To be honest, I'm not a fan of badging on any car at all. Other than the brand badge, I don't like badging, lettering and stuff. I think it makes them look cheaper. That's just my personal opinion though. So what they've changed that to now is just BYD. Just the letters BYD. That's a good change. I think in black, this car now looks really nice because I'm not a huge fan of two-tone paint jobs. And all BYD versions before, they have kind of a two-tone paint job where the back is, kind of a gray paint and then, the rest of the car is going to be a different color. Now the black version, as you can see from these photos, it's all black. And in my opinion, this is a huge improvement. I really like the look of this car, this new Atto 3. In terms of the look though, the interior has been a point of contention for some people. They say that they're not a fan of it. Now that's one thing that's been changed, not significantly though, but there is now a black and blue interior color scheme when paired with black and gray exterior paint. So if you get the Atto 3 in black or gray, it comes with a black and blue interior color, primarily black. And it's definitely an improvement in my opinion. Now, but you can apparently get the car with the existing light grey, blue and red synthetic leather. But that only comes on the white and blue colors. So if you buy the Atto 3 in white or blue, it comes with the existing light grey, blue and red leather, synthetic leather interior. In my opinion, I'd be definitely going for either black or grey. That different interior, it looks a lot better. That's my personal taste. Now, BYD's camping mode feature, that allows the air conditioning to be used when the vehicle is turned off. The battery, though, has to have more than 20% charge. So it won't use that feature unless the battery has more than 20% charge. That is kind of a cool feature, though. You have kids and a dog in the car when it's really hot, and keep the air conditioning on when the car sitting stationary, for example. Not to say you'd want to leave your kids in there forever, but my point is sometimes you just run into a shop real quick and you don't want your kids to be sitting in a hot car. Changes to the Atto 3, though, are, like I said, they're relatively minor. It's the same battery packs. What size batteries are they? The standard range battery pack, 50 kilowatt hour battery. The bigger pack, the long range, is a 60 kilowatt hour battery. Both of them, of course, use BYD's Blade battery. They don't use the version 2 batteries. They have the same range as the old model. What is the range? 345 kilometers WLTP for standard range, 420 kilometers WLTP for the long range. In the real world, in city driving, you can get more than 420 or 345 in city driving. Highway driving, that's approximately what you would get in the real world. So these cars are generally returning, I mean, it depends. If you drive fast on the highway, you're not going to get that range. But generally, those range figures from BYD are fairly accurate from the reports that I've read from my personal experience. So this is a really good car. Charging speed isn't changed. But look, guys, this big price reduction, $3,500, and you're getting some pretty good improvements here. In particular, that bigger media screen, much nicer paint color, and removing that Build Your Dreams lettering on the back of the vehicle, which was polarizing for a lot of people, were good moves from BYD. You know what, BYD? Kudos. I think you guys have done a wonderful job here. I'm really excited to see this car because, at this price, if you're looking at a car for, say, in the $45,000 range, and it's you want a car that's like a small to medium electric SUV, or it's just a small to medium SUV, surely if you saw this, you'd have to think, wow, that thing is actually incredibly good value for money. Thanks for watching.